Louisiana beer reviews Harnaś full pale beer. Novi Lepsi Schmack. 6% alcohol. This was sent to me by Wayne. Thank you, Wayne, in Pennsylvania. Brewed in Poland by Carlsberg Group at the Okocim Brewery. They use water, barley malt, barley, wheat malt syrup, hops. In other words, kind of a, let's see, wheat malt syrup. It's sort of like a Polish malt liquor. Malt liquor, always malt liquor. LPL 03M/128 at 16 hours, 15 minutes. Right? p.m. I don't know these dates, guys. Imported by Amtech International of New York Corporation, Brooklyn, New York. No website that was of any use. Proudly made in Poland. Alright, it's cold. Woo. 500 milliliter can, don't know the price. We get no Polish beers in Louisiana, none whatsoever. To my knowledge. Alright. Seemed like if I would have seen him, I would have reviewed him. I mean, I shop around, believe me. I'm like the Beach Boys. I get around and I shop and I buy and I review. Okay, that is a very thick white head at this early chilly hour, 54 degrees. Sun is not above that roof line yet. I mean, it's out. It's clear skies with clouds coming into play, but trains, people working on roofs. Clear, but there's definitely fine sediment chunks in this beer, so it's not as filtered as you may first believe, and that is true with many American malt liquors. Now, American malt liquors don't use wheat malt syrup as their filler or adjunct. They use rice, but more commonly corn products such as corn syrup. Or they could use corn flakes, or corn grits, yellow corn grits. But seem like corn syrup, brewer, as they call it, brewer syrup, which you can buy from these homebrew stores, is the common thing. All right, has a little bit of that King Cobra. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, King Cobra, type of thing. Not totally. I ought to get some more King Cobra. It's a nice grain aroma, so it's multi-grain wheat, barley malt, duo grain. Yeah, just smells like liquid cereal, like, and I'm not saying that to be flip or smart aleck, it's just what it smells like. You got hops to give it some bitter spiciness. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. Thank you, Wayne, in Pennsylvania. I really appreciate it. I tell people, don't send me beer. It's a big expense and a lot of trouble, but some people say, no, I don't mind. I like to do it. I appreciate it. Don't know when Harnaś came out. I think it was in the 90s, but I don't know. It's sweet, like 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness, 2 out of 5 hop cones. Yeah, like it's got the bitterness level of, say, like Milwaukee's Best Light, which is relatively higher in bitterness than other American adjunct lagers. Medium body, mostly dry finish, not totally dry, mostly dry, like 70-30. You get bread, crust, white bread dough. So, think about it, barley, wheat, you get bread from wheat. Is it good on a cool, not cold, but chilly morning like now? Yes. Is it a good beer for wintertime? I think so. Would it work well in July and August? It would work, but probably maybe if they made a Harnaś Light at like 4.2%, something like that, might work better, you see. Or a Guinness Draft 4.2. That's a pretty light beer. The looks are deceiving on it. Or a Beat to Purple Haze 4.2. Well, this is a very pleasant beer. I'd hate to tell you what the ratings are on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and Untappd, and you can imagine what they are, because if it's a Euro Pale Lager of the strong type, 6% and higher, the higher the ABV goes, the lower the score. And you know what I mean now. People say, oh, you mean like the Carlsberg Special Brew? There's one that's 10.5%. The Elephant, 10.5%. Those are the worst. They're horrible, terrible atrocities of mankind. Well, I wouldn't know because we can't get them. So would I buy them and review them? You best to believe it, I would. If you get on the Carlsberg Denmark website, they bragging left and right, forward and backwards about Carlsberg, all those 10.5% knockout beers. They're talking about, we use a very special process for this, so on and so forth. You say, it's bum juice. Hobos drink it. And other ne'er-do-wells. Maybe not. Maybe it is good. I don't know. We get a lot of high-powered American mass-produced lager beers here and ales that are supposed to be, from the dark corners of America's cities and all of this propaganda, some of it true. But actually, some of them are pretty nice. Some of them are pretty grim. For instance, Earthquake, High Gravity, 10%. Oh, funny thing about that beer. Get 10 cans, drink 10. 9 will be horrendous, 1 will be good. Get 10 more. Same ratio, 9 to 1. Which is telling you what? Quality assurance problems, right? Well, anyway. That's not my game anyway. I'm more of a 5.9 natural ice guy for regular drinking. Those 10% knockouts, they really knock me out. Mama said to knock me out. I'm gonna knock you out. All right, well, anyway. Enough of the jibber jabber. As I steal from BC's Beer Reviews, BC's Beer Reviews. Tell you what about BC's Beer Reviews, regardless of it, if it's in a bottle or a can, he's gonna review the beer. I like this. Is it the greatest thing? No. But does it deserve the terrible scores it gets on Rate Beer and all that? I think they give it a 3 out of 100. Ha 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 ha. It's so funny. They're funny people. It's a funny guy. Like Sports said, it's a funny guy. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'll go B+, 88 out of 100, 8.8 out of 10. A pretty nice product. If it was in the United States, it would be, on the shelf with. I was going to talk about Magnum. Why did I have to mention that? Magnum Premium Malt Liquor. King Cobra. Old English 800 brand malt liquor type of situation. Thank you for watching this video production. Lazy Le Bon Ton Relay, and I'm going to say go to Poland and tour the Okocim Brewery.